Welcome to this episode of the States Up Podcast. I'm your host, Brant Freeman. This week we're talking Texas State tennis. The Bobcats are in the midst of one of their best seasons ever since they joined the Sun Belt Conference. And one of the standouts for the Bobcats this year has been Sofia Fortuno, a senior in Texas State's tennis team that's one win away from tying the record for the most wins in program history, as the Bobcats right now are sitting on 14 at the time of at the recording of this podcast. So, Sofia, thanks for joining us. What's it been like to be a part of the program so far that's had so much success this season?
Yeah, thank you for having me. This year has been great. It's really cool to see how much we've improved year by year because this is my fourth year. But yeah, I think the experience from this year has been so different from the past years because, well, obviously we've been doing better, but the team chemistry is amazing. Even now when we play doubles, you can tell how connected we are with each other, and I think that's a big difference.
So you won 10 singles matches this season, including 4 in a row as you get ready for the weekend. How much confidence are you playing with right now?
Honestly, I'm playing with a lot of confidence. The beginning of the season, usually we play matches to build confidence up. And at this point right now, I'm probably the most confident I've been in my 4 years here.
Now, you're also on a 4-match winning streak in doubles with your partner, Ireland Simi. Tell me a little bit more about your teammate and how much chemistry the two of you have.
Oh my gosh, Ireland is so good at doubles. I mean, obviously at singles too, but I think the chemistry that we have, it's a lot because of the energy that we bring with each other and when we play the matches. But I think we do really well because we both try to set up each other for both of us to be able to finish points at the net. And I think it's so fun playing with her as well. It's really comforting to play with her because even when things are not going our way, I am confident that we have what it takes to come back, even when we're not doing that well. But yeah, she's a great person inside and outside the court, and it's so fun to play with her.
What about some of your other teammates? How well have they been playing this season?
Oh my gosh, everybody's playing so good. Ireland, for example, also she in singles, she's I think 13-0. She is undefeated since she came to Texas State. Emily also, it's 11-1, playing amazing. Kiana, oh my gosh, our line 1. We joke that she's unbeatable. Not so much of a joke, but she's so good at what she does. And everyone, Callie, Tay, even Tats that's injured, still doing as much as she can to come back to the court. Maria as well. We all fear playing against Maria because she hits so hard. But yeah, I think everybody's playing so well, and that's why we've been doing so good.
And I know the team is really well coached as well. What's it like playing for Coach Kendall Brooks?
Oh my gosh. I'm very grateful for my experience here. I would not have had the journey I've had if it wasn't because of her and Beth as well. Yeah, I think we've seen her growth also in this past 4 years. Year after year, she's just better coach. I think she also learns a lot year after year, and her experience as a player also says a lot about why she's had so much success.
You got some big competition this weekend with James Madison and Old Dominion coming into San Marcos. What are your expectations for the competition this weekend?
Well, the expectation is always to do our best, obviously, but I think in the past, at least with Old Dominion, we haven't been very successful. But the difference this year is that we have a stronger team. So hopefully the results are different this year, and we're so pumped. We're honestly just waiting for the weekend to arrive. We just can't wait to play this match. But yeah, the feels are very positive this week.
You brought this up earlier, but you've been with the program since you were a freshman. Now here you are as a senior.
Hmm.
Just how much growth have you seen within the program over these past 4 years?
Yeah, sorry, what did you say?
No, so you mentioned this earlier that you've been with the program since you were a freshman. Now here you are as a senior. How much growth have you seen in the program over the past 4 years?
Oh, insane, insane growth. I think my freshman year, um I'm pretty sure we had a losing record, kind of not the best, but um I think with the years we've gotten a little bit better each year. And the expectations have gotten higher each year that I've been here, and hopefully they continue to get higher after I leave. Um but yeah, I think part of the hard work that we are expected to do, and all the little things we're expected to do inside and outside the court, um, are play a big role on the improvement that we've had over the years. And I also think that's attributed to coach and her. She also has improved so much throughout the 4 years. So yeah.
Where does your love of tennis come from?
Well, I grew up in a family where my dad used to play professional soccer. And I have two brothers, and we all grew up playing sports like in our backyard. Um, and we always grew up being very competitive. And one time we like were just playing tennis and stuff, and then because I used to compete with my brothers, I think that's what made me become so competitive. And then I think I just chose tennis to like do a sport. And my dad didn't really want me to do soccer because it's very easy to get injured and stuff and hit. And he didn't want me to go through that. So I just did tennis, and I just loved it. So I stuck to it. And now, yeah, here I am.
You kind of mentioned growing up. What was it like for you growing up in Venezuela?
um, I would say very different than what I've heard from my American friends and their experiences as children. Um, I think culturally it's very different. Um, Back home, I feel like it's more of a like easy vibe, like jokey vibe, kind of. And the my coaching when I was younger, I was always coached by guys. And I feel like in here it's way more common to like have female coaches, which was a big change. Um, but yeah, growing up back home was awesome. I mean, obviously, very close to my family and stuff. Um, but yeah, we're very sports related too, so I think that plays a big role.
So, how long have you been in the U.S. and how's it been like for you adjusting to the culture here in America?
Um, I've been here for 3.5 years, I think, since I was a freshman. And I think the adjustment from a male coach to a female coach was honestly super easy. Um, I think coach understands that we all come from different backgrounds, and I think um that makes it a little easier for us, her athletes, to like um be coached easier, if that makes sense. But yeah, it was a change also to have to understand stuff in English when my whole life I was coached in Spanish. Um, but with time, it became way easier.
So, I understand you're a marketing major here at Texas State. What is it that you like to do with your degree?
Oh, I changed my major to
Are you
accounting.
okay?
Yeah. But I got the news this week. I applied to be a grad assistant coach in a school in Ohio called John Carroll. Um, so after I graduate in May, me and Owen, my husband, we're gonna move to Ohio, where that's where he's from. So his family's gonna be there. Um, and I will be coaching tennis as a grad assistant.
That's awesome. How much are you looking forward to that?
Oh, I'm so excited. I think I'm at a point in my life where, I mean, I obviously love playing and I'm gonna miss it so much, but I think I'm really excited to be able to teach and show others what the sport can do. So I'm really excited.
Getting back to when you first came to the States, you said that was to play at Texas State. What was your recruitment like here?
So I made a video playing and just like emailed a lot of coaches and stuff. And initially I signed to play with another school, but right after Coach Brooks contacted me, and I was like, I can't believe I signed with this other school when Texas State is probably my dream school and that's where I wanted to be. I love the way that a coach, like how coach was, and I was like, I don't know if that other school is the one that I go to. So I ended up on signing with them, and then I signed to come here. And honestly, the best decision of my life because I love my life at Texas State.
Yeah, good stuff. Sofia, thank you so much for joining us in the podcast, and best of luck not only this weekend but the rest of the season.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Of course, that again, Sofia Fortuno, our guest on the States Up podcast this week. Texas State again in the midst of what is one of its best seasons of program history with a big home weekend coming up in conference play. That's going to wrap up our podcast for this week. So for Sofia Fortuno, I'm Brant Freeman, as always, reminding you to keep your States up, and we'll see you next time.
Go Bobcat.